Meine Damen und Herren, friends of classical archives, I am Franz Leha, born in 1870 in Komárom, then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, today in Slovakia. My father was a military bandmaster, and so, from my earliest days, the sound of brass and march rhythms was as familiar to me as the air I breathed. It was in those early years that I learned the power of melody to lift the spirit, to make even the most disciplined soldier forget the weight of his uniform. I studied at the Prague Conservatory, where my teachers included the great Antonin Dvorak. He recognized something in me, a love for melody perhaps, and encouraged me to follow my own path. For a time I followed my father's footsteps and served as a bandmaster myself, but the theatre was calling. Vienna was the city where music truly lived, and it was there that I found my voice. When I arrived in Vienna, operetta was changing. The old lightness of Johann Strauss was giving way to something more sentimental, more human. I wanted to write works that made people laugh and dream, yes, but also to feel. The Merry Widow, Die lustige Witwe, premiered in 1905 and changed everything. I still remember the first night, the waltz themes, the laughter, and the tears. Suddenly all of Europe was humming my melodies. It became not only my greatest success, but a kind of musical passport that carried my name around the world. I was privileged to know many great musicians, Giacomo Puccini, whose dramatic instincts I deeply admired, Richard Strauss, who saw in operetta the same craft and seriousness he brought to opera, and later the singer Richard Tauber, whose voice brought my later works to life. I wrote Paganini, The Land of Smiles, Giuditta, operettas that tried to blend beauty and heartbreak, comedy and longing. Even as the world around me changed, 2 wars, the fall of empires, I held to the conviction that music must bring people together. The operetta with its laughter and its waltz can still speak to the heart more directly than any speech or sermon. I spent my final years by the Wörthersee in Bad Ischl, surrounded by the peace that had eluded much of the century. It was there in 1948 that my journey ended. I hope my music lives to carry the scent of Vienna in spring, the rhythm of a dance, and the belief that even amid sorrow, melody can still make us smile. Thank you.